Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. In the last episode, we were working on, what all were we doing? We had done a bit of stuff. Last episode we did a little bit of cleanup around the base, that's right. We upgraded our solar panels. Let's see, what else did we get done? We didn't do all that much, just kind of waiting around for some stuff. Did a little bit of work with auto crafting. What else did we do? I don't even remember. We made some more seeds. I remember that. Been working on chickens, if you can't tell by my inventory, with the chicken nets, the animal nets. And yeah, we were getting ready to set up some other things. Realized that these, what are they called? CD processors are not enough for what we're going to need. We're going to need a lot of them. And I got to figure out something with that. The biggest issue up here is space, but that's fine. Anyways, we did some stuff, we did some things, and then we called it an episode. So, I've been working pretty diligently on bees. Not bees, wow. Chickens. They're chickens. And as you can see, I've got a lot of different eggs. I've upgraded these guys once or twice. And I took the ones that were weaker and just killed them. It was easier, and it was, we got a lot of terra steel from it, so it's kind of nice. But I've been working on getting the rest of the chickens that I need, and something I wanted to do, as you can see, I have some signs here. Now, when I place these signs, there is a mod in this called More Signs, that does some editing to signs here. I'll show you guys, because it'll be easier this way. But when I place a sign, you get a whole bunch of things. We can do a whole bunch of really cool stuff, color selectors and all that kind of stuff. But I want to be able to edit these signs as we go. And the reason is, I cannot actually see what kind of chicken this is. Like, there's no option to see what level he is unless I like actively look at him with that. There might be a way, actually. Chicken, there should be a... Oh, I didn't realize chicken stick was in here. This is something that's really nice. You can... I guess if you hit a chicken with a stick, you get a chicken stick? I don't know. Anyways, that's something that's really nice because it is unbreaking. But chicken analyzer. So it's a compass and an egg. Let's go ahead and make one of those. And what we're going to do today, we're going to do a little bit of everything again, but we're going to get back into blood magic just a bit. And we might get into Draconic Evolution. That is the plan, hopefully. But we need a compass. So that is... Let's go ahead and get the chicken analyzer. We just need a compass. And then, there we go. So this will analyze chickens. I don't actually know how it works. I'm guessing right click. Yeah, so it shows you everything that NEI or not NEI, Wayla or OneProbe or whatever the top thing is. It shows you the same thing. But the question is, does it work if they... Ooh, it has a durability. That's a little bit annoying. So it does not work with them in the pin. That is good to know. So that's pretty much useless to me because it doesn't actually affect anything that I need it to. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to try this sign toolbox. I have no idea what this is, what's up with this, or if it's useful or anything. But we're just going to use a sign toolbox. Wow. And presumably what this will allow us to do is if we, it says what? Right click and shift right click to change modes. Rotate, move, copy, exchange, preview, edit. So we can edit it and then I can put, you know, 10, 10, 10 or whatever. And can I, no I can't. Okay. We can just do something like that and edit these guys at will, which will be nice. So, anyways, enough of chickens right now. Next thing I want to do is I got a bunch of legendary loot bags. I've been just letting that run. By the way, I wanted to mention, so all of this enchanted gear and some iron, but the iron's not important. The enchanted gear, I have all of these chests filled, and that chest filled, and that chest filled. So I've been kind of storing it all, and you might wonder, well, why? It's useless. I'm never going to wear it. Well, I have reasons. We're wanting to disenchant it all, and the reason for that is later. In fact, we might already have it. The disenchantment generator. This thing will take enchanted books and produce power. So we're going to need enchanted books. I don't know if it works with gear. It might, but we're going to need a lot of enchanted books, and I figure that's going to be the easiest way to get them. Run that through a disenchanter, and then we can enchant. We can do the disenchanter generator, and it'll be great. We might even be able to keep the books with it. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. So, ooh, what we got? Emerald. Not what I wanted. Alright, so as you can see, I've been working pretty diligently on that stuff. I want to open some bags. So we have Darkosto, which gives us some cakes. Do these not stack? They don't. But we can go ahead and put them in here. No, we can't. So these are going to be really good for Britannia if we want to use them. We'll kind of see how things go with that. But the more important ones are these legendary loot bags. So 2 Draconium. We just need 1 more Draconium. I guess we'll take that too. Alright, we have all the Draconium we need to start making Draconic Evolution stuff. That is really nice. And some other stuff that's kind of cool. Awesome. So we just need 1 piece of Draconium cooked up. And alright, that's the other thing we were doing, was the facades, the conduit facades. We're going to need a lot of those. But we're going to go ahead and make the Draconic Seeds. Draconium Seeds, I guess. And these are a tier 5 seed. Should not be a problem. We already have everything for it. We just need to make these. And that is one of the most important seeds we're going to have in this game. So we're going to go ahead and just process these for a while, and we'll get back to that. So that's going to give us access to plenty of Draconium, which means we can start making stuff like the Disenchanter. We can start looking at making more and more and more stuff. And eventually we'll make the mob grinder, and now we can start having a lot of fun with things. So we'll get to that later, hopefully, a little bit at least today. Last thing I was wanting to do before we get into like doing anything major, which one is it? This one? Blood magic. Blood magic is cool, right? But I complained a little bit. As you can see, I still haven't built anything. I think blood magic might actually go up because it'll be easier to have stuff above it. I don't know what we're going to put down here, to be honest. I haven't decided that yet. Maybe we'll put like the portals and who knows. Anyways, blood magic. A lot of fun mod, but the problem with it is I don't know how to set a lot of things up, and we need in-game documentation for that kind of stuff. Makes it easier. So, yeah, in-game documentation. It doesn't show up necessarily when you are adding blood magic, because it's not actually part of blood magic per se. It is part of the guide API, which is basically just all the books and all the guides and all the information. It's a collection mod that can pull from anything that you have installed and whatnot. But it's a pretty easy recipe if we get some glass. Make a stack of glass. And this is something that we're going to need fairly crucially going forward with blood magic. But I want to take a look at it. So the Sanguine Scientium gives us all the stuff. So the Architect, this is kind of the important stuff. It tells you how to do pretty much everything. And then the Incense Altar, which is something that I want to get into a little bit today, which I think we can't make the tier 2 stuff yet, but we can make the tier 1 stuff with that. And then upgrading the altar, making blank runes, and all that fun stuff. This thing, items purpose is to give you more information about more complex blocks. Currently only implemented for the blood altar. Simply shift right click blood altar in the world and it tells you what blocks are required for the next altar. You may shift right click the item in the air to cycle through the tiers, then shift click and it will display ghost blocks. Okay, so for example, didn't we make this, or was that a different, what was it called? It was another book. Blood, where is it? This thing, Inspectress. Yes, we did make it. So we can set to tier 2. And let's just put this on top of here. And we shift right click, and there you go. That is going to be so nice. Alright, so this is where the important thing is. If we want to go to a tier 5, which I think is the top tier we need to go to. Also, wasn't there a thing for magical crops? Maybe it was the diamond seeds. Yeah, craft a diamond seed. Never mind. We already did that a long time ago. So we only need to go up to what? Tier 5. So tier 5 altar is good enough. So if we put this here, just for example, and shift click, that is what a tier 5 altar requires. These are beacons. So that's how large of an altar we're going to need. We might make it a little bit bigger. And what's a tier 6 look like? It's even larger. So that's like max size altar. So we're going to want to make something that looks halfway decent. But we're more importantly going to need a lot of space for this guy. So I think building it up is going to be better. So anyways, we want to make the Incense Altar. And this thing is super duper powerful. It's really good, really useful. We just need our blood orb. And I'll kind of show off what it does. But at tier 1, it's pretty weak. But as we increase tiers, which we can't increase a tier until we get to the next tier of stuff, it gets even stronger. So if we want to progress into blood magic, we're going to need blank runes. These things require a bunch of blank slates, which is just a bunch of stone. So nothing too awful there. So we'll put that down. And if we look at this, we can see the capacity and all that fun stuff. So one little stab, one heart gives us 180 LP. To make a blank slate, we need 1,000. So that's a lot. But what we can do, stone. Let's grab like a stack of stone. So what we can do, and it's already gone because it's in the holding tank. Not a big deal. If we put the Incense Altar down, you get some cool particle effects, and then our sacrificial dagger actually changed color. Well, sorta. That's just an indicator for us being incensed. Now if we right click, we take 9 hearts of damage, and it gives us a little bit more. So it's going to slowly drain because it's filling up the internal tank of 1,000. But all in all, this does more for our blood. We actually get a little bit of a bonus than just kind of doing it on our own, like just taking each heart by itself. We got more than like 24. Oh my gosh, math. We got more than 2,000. We should have only gotten about less than 1,800. So that should tell you kind of how good it is to do it this way. Anyways, we're only at 360. So now we can do this again. And we're at 2520. So a considerable amount of blood. And we can get better bonuses once we can upgrade this, but to upgrade it, we're going to need a tier 2 blood orb. So the apprentice blood orb, which requires a tier 2 altar. So we need some blank slates, blank runes. Blank runes. And then we'll be able to do that. So we're going to need 8 blank runes in total. That's 16 blank slates. Slates are the items. Runes are the block. And yeah, you get the idea. So I will probably do a little bit of work between episodes, getting as much of that stuff as I can, just because it's going to be easier that way. Don't want to bore you guys with me literally standing there getting blood. So 16 and 1. Let's go ahead and put the Draconium stuff away. So this should be after Black Quartz. And right here. So the last one, quite nice. We can then go ahead and process all of these seeds. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to pick up that stuff. This has seemed to be working better, by the way. I haven't been getting any extra seeds anywhere. I don't remember quite what we did. We just sped it up. That's right. So hopefully that works good enough. But we only have 3 more seeds to get in total. And if we want to get Draconium, we can use this and get 2 for each. So there is 16 Draconium. So let's make a little bit of fun stuff with Draconic Evolution. And then, honestly, we'll go from there. So, you know what we can do? We go ahead and turn this guy back on. So it will alternate, hopefully. Yeah, that should round robin, so it should alternate where stuff goes, and we're going to get a lot of good stuff from it. Now, one thing to note, we are getting close to filling up our system, so we're going to probably want to get a little bit more stuff. One thing I think I want to do is, can we get storage? Actually, we don't need the blood orb right now. Storage parts. Can we go up to 64K? So 64K is just like that. And then we can just, instead of making 16K, which unfortunately we have to go through and find, we can make the 64K, and that will be good enough. So we're just gonna, this is a 16, yep, pop that. Cool. Now the other thing we might want to make is the actual the like container for it, which I've got to remember what it's called. Refined storage disk manipulator. We're gonna want one of those later, but one of these I don't think we can make. No. So we'll go ahead and teach the system how to make this, because we'll probably want another one or 2 of those eventually. And then we'll make some fluid storage stuff. as well. We have 128 fluid storage disk. We'll probably want the top tier at some point, but can we make like 10 of the... Actually, it's only 8, isn't it? Yes. Can we make like 8 of those? Oh, we're missing cobblestone. Alright. It's actually not a problem. We can just take a ton of this stuff and work it down into normal cobblestone. So that should be fine. It is going to fill up our system a little bit with stone, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do that. And for now, that's enough. Let's just give it a ton of cobblestone. And that should be good. So let's see, storage. Can we get 8 of these? We're still missing 900. So that should be good. Right? Finally, yes. Cool. And then we're going to want a disk drive to store all that. And then we will also eventually make a disk drive that is exclusively for the fluid stuff. Now, we could use these fluid storage blocks, but I think the disk drives are going to be better. We can store a little bit more, but basically, it'll be fine. So we'll work on that a little bit as we go forward, but let's get the thing I've been waiting to get for a long time, the Disenchanter. So the Disenchanter is going to require a Draconic core, and that's it. We have everything else, and it's just something like this, I think. And there's the Disenchanter. So this is a really cool block. We're just going to put it right here for now. We put books in it. Do we have a lot of books? We do. And let's actually, can we automate this? Do we have any sort of cabinets? No. I guess we'll just use 2 chests. And for the time being, just because I don't know if how well it's going to work, we'll put it like so. Actually, we'll do it like this. So this will be insert on brown, extract on green, always active. And you know what, we'll, just to make it easier on myself, we'll do it this way. This will be in, out, insert on green, extract on brown, always active. If I put those in there, it's going to extract the books. So I actually don't know if you can automate this. So let's grab some stuff. Just grab some bows. Now, if we put bows in here, they will go into here. Alright, so we just might not be able to do this. Soulbound 20, does it actually... Oh. This does not work like it used to. It used to be free, so this might not be as good as I thought. We might want to find another way. You know what, let's see something real quick. This is probably going to be really annoying to do later, but can we... Hi, Mr. Zombie Pigman. Oh, we can. Cool, and that'll generate some power. And then what? Do we get the item back? I think we do. Maybe not. No, we don't. Okay, cool. Alright, so that tells me that the Disenchanter is not nearly as good as I had hoped. Now, it is cheaper. If we look at the recipe, so Soulbound was, what, 20 levels? Soulbound is only 14 levels, but it requires an Ender Crystal, so that's 20 levels. Plus, it's a lot more work. So, arguably, it's better. We'll see. I don't know how much we'll use that, but it is something we can do. Anyways. Let's see how bad something else is. So, something else we're going to want is a mob grinder. So this is the Draconic Evolution one, not the mob masher from mob grinding. So not this guy, but the Draconic Evolution one. And the reason we want that one in particular is because it will one-shot, requires Awakened Draconium. Eee. Alright, that's a little bit harder because we got to get into fusion crafting, which is not terrible, but is going to require a lot of stuff. A lot of setup and a lot of power. What are you making with this stuff? I don't even know. I wonder if some of the recipes are disabled, and that's what we're seeing. But yeah, so there's a lot of things. We're going to need these basic fusion and crafting, so that's just some more draconic ingots. Draconium, rather. So that's not too bad in total. In all, like, okay. We can handle that stuff. Let's see if there's anything else we can do real quick. We're going to need a lot more power. That I think is the big thing with this. And eventually we are going to set up multiple power things, including something that's going to be really cool, which is the Draconic Energy Core. We might actually put that, like, I don't know, part of me wants to put it on top of our base, but that would probably look awful. Anyways, let's see if there's something short we can do. Ooh, blue slime, cool. Let's go ahead and remove this guy, just so I don't get any more blue slime chickens. But yeah, so I've been working hard on chickens. That's something that's a lot of fun. What do we want to do? So we have access to Draconic Evolution now, but again, we need to make a lot more power for it to be, like, useful. What was required for the Dimension builder? Was it Awaken? Yeah, so we need some Awakened Draconium. That's gonna be a pain. It's not that awful, other than the energy cost is very, very high, and we need a Dragon Heart, which I think we should already have. So the question is power. I mean, we only have 75 million RF even, like, generated. So solar panel tier 4 requires nether stars. This is a tier 3. This is as high as we're going to go with that for now. So what... I guess this would be a good time to see what generators are we missing. So we have up until magmatic, so we need nether star generators and potion generators. Okay, we can make potion generators. That should not be a problem. Let's see, blaze. We have a little bit of blaze rod. We do have blaze essence, which I have no idea how to use. It's a cross. Okay. So we're going to need, like, a little bit of this stuff. We can make cobblestone. We can make a little bit of... We're going to need 2 brewing stands. 1, 2. Alright, not bad. And then the nether star generators... We need nether stars, so Wither Skull Essence. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll need a little bit more. But we could get the Nether Stars if we wanted to. Alright, good to know. So the reason we have to make 2 of all this stuff, again, to remind you guys, is if we want to make the rainbow generator, we need to have 2 of each. Not only does the rainbow generator, like, it is made using 1 of each of the other generators, but it also requires all of the other generators to produce power. So it is kind of necessary to have 2. How are we doing for storage parts? It seems to be... It's working. It's got to make a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I wonder... So we have, what, a speed upgrade in there. Smelting up iron. Like, the resources we have, that's not a problem. It's just a matter of, like, so, like, how much iron do we have? We have almost 2,000 iron. That's pretty good. But once we kind of get into this stuff a little bit more, something to kind of keep in mind is we have all this essence that we're going to be getting. Most of it is only used for making one thing. So we might want to, like, automate that. Some things not so much. Nether essence, we have options, but we can teach the system how to make that stuff. Blaze essence, gas tiers. Now a lot of it is unfortunately a, like, what is it? It's 8 instead of all 9. And some of this stuff, like quartz enriched iron, we can make from quartz enriched iron essence, so we don't really care about that. We don't really care about granite, diorite, or andesite. So we can just have all the quartz essence being made into quartz, if we so choose. That might be one that we still do a little bit of other stuff with, but like most of the stuff is only one recipe. And it's all the same recipe, so we might want to make like crafters of some sort. That might be good. Crafter tier 3. That can store a lot of recipes. And then we basically import the items. We already have a crafter tier 2, and you guys have seen how this works. So we could do something like that for all this essence. We're still going to have the drawers like we do, because of the nature of what we're working with, but we have a lot of draconium. Once we got that seed, we were good to go. So I'm going to let that run for a little bit more. Blue slime chicken. Didn't we already have that? Oh no, that's right, yeah. I didn't actually start the process of growing the chicken or anything like that. So I will tell you guys what. Let's go ahead and end the episode off here. I know we spent the last like 10 minutes talking, but I need to kind of plan out things a little bit better. We're going to need a lot more power before we can get into Draconic Evolution. A big reactor. Alright, they're extreme reactors now. These might be good to start getting into. It's going to require a lot of graphite, iron, gold, redstone. Nothing terrible. And then these guys are just more graphite. Graphite, again, is just charcoal or coal cooked up, or we actually get graphite from chickens. So getting chickens kind of settled would also be really good to do. But all in all, like, we're getting things taken care of. I need to work on chickens a lot more than I have, I think. And I'll try to get the coop built and the blood magic area built. That will be my goal. At least progress on the coop. And I want to... I think what we're going to do is we're going to start getting into blood magic a little bit more next time. And then go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!